These are the cringiest moments in Joe Rogan history.
How do you think you will approach that?
I just said a prayer.
There was little 3-foot tall furry people. It's wild. 2 is, I think it's
if you
incredibly
value
busy.
mountain climbing.
In this video, you'll see all of the most cringe and awkward moments from the Joe Rogan podcast, starting with Adam Eget, who suddenly felt the need to congratulate Joe Rogan mid-conversation.
Feel it would be for
No,
sure.
I'm pretty sensitive to that kind of shit.
Congrats, by the way, on fucking Spotify.
Oh, thank you.
Holy shit.
I know, crazy, right?
So well deserved, man.
Thank you.
God
Very nice
damn.
of you.
Sorry, I didn't want to forget.
No worries.
I didn't want to fucking forget.
Yeah, dude, I've been ultra paying attention to my health while this is all going on. That's one thing that's helped a lot.
But that awkward moment is nothing compared to the time Joe Rogan accidentally brought up a topic that his guest specifically asked him not to discuss.
The agarotines in these mushrooms, but that jury is still out, so to speak.
What are the negative benefit or the negative effects of this?
This is an explosive area of conversation, and puts my life in danger. So I reserve the right not to answer your question.
Whoa. I didn't expect that. It puts your life in danger talking about portobello mushrooms? He's looking at me silently. I will respectfully move on.
Thank you.
And if that wasn't awkward enough, things got even more uncomfortable when Joe Rogan and Chuck Palahniuk completely ran out of things to talk about.
There was little 3-foot tall furry people that were living on an island in Flores. It's wild.
As the podcast continued, it was clear that the conversation was dying out, which led to more awkward moments.
I don't know, because the Gates Foundation has been really active in that area, I heard. Yeah.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, it could be. Maybe we tried vaccines on them. They used them to experiment.
Could be.
And then perhaps for the first time ever, Joe Rogan seemed to completely run out of things to talk about.
Whoa. That's where cuckold comes from?
Yeah.
Huh. I guess it makes sense. I guess that's a logical origin. Well, I've never heard that before.
It's kind of tragic.
It is tragic. Well, birds are tragic, period. So a weird creature. You know? They get to fly, but they don't live very long. They get eaten by other birds.
Now, while watching awkwardly long pauses can be hilarious, not much beats watching Joe Rogan get scared when he couldn't stop laughing at Mike Tyson.
Oh, that video, I was like, oh.
Want me to tell you something about that video?
Yeah.
I did that video and I was in bed for a week. That was 30 seconds and I was in bed for a week. And it's not funny because it made me realize that this is big boy
serious.
shit, okay?
Big boy shit.
This big boy shit. You was
There
out.
it is right there.
Yeah, that wasn't really cool.
But unfortunately for Joe, he kept laughing at all of the wrong things, which Mike did not appreciate.
But the right person needs to tell it to me too.
Who the fuck's gonna say that to
Well,
you?
they do. Hey. I listened. I was at somewhere.
And then it happened again a few minutes later when Mike was explaining how fighting made him feel.
It's orgasmic sometimes. Yeah.
But saying that it gets you orgasmic, that's a strange thing to say.
Well, that's just what I want. I wanted to find out because you're really bright, and I thought you would figure it. No, I'm being very serious.
No, I know. I know you're being serious, but I mean, no one will understand that other than you. Like, that's your mindset.
Seeing Joe so flustered isn't something you see very often, but perhaps more unusual was when Joe Rogan talked to Kanye West about his plans of becoming president.
If you really did become president, when you do become president, you're going to have to deal with hostile governments. How do you think you will approach that? If you're in that position and we have to deal with some sort of a military action with China, what if China takes over Taiwan? What if they invade Taiwan? Have you thought about this?
Yes, I would. I have to say again, like COVID.
Another long pause happened a few minutes later when Kanye got so lost in his thoughts that he started praying mid-conversation.
It's very transactional. It's
And
I just said a prayer in this situation. This isn't.
you said a prayer because of what? What motivated you to say a prayer right there?
But in addition to his long pauses, Kanye also dominated the podcast by going on long rants, as said by one guy, shout out to Joe for making an appearance on the Kanye Experience. Or how about, this is the highest I've ever been without doing drugs. Kanye's presidential ambitions were definitely something else. But things took a different turn when Joe sat down with Jordan Peterson and they completely forgot what they were talking about.
Tolerability. You know, you can say, well, yeah, I've got all these flaws, but look at what I'm trying to do.
Right.
That's the real ground of self-respect. Well, I'm off the track with the question. The ground of self-respect. I can't remember what you asked me. So we'll have to go to a different topic.
Joe and Jordan kept trying to remember what they were talking about, which led for a pretty awkward moment.
How did we get on this? We were
You asked about the evolutionary basis of in-group.
that was a long time ago.
I know, it's a rabbit hole that just doesn't disappear.
But where were we just now? Remember where we were just now?
No, sorry. I'm distracted by something else that's happening right now. Let you know.
What is it?
Comey just got fired by Trump a little bit ago.
Whoa.
But none of these moments come close to the time Neil deGrasse Tyson consistently disrespected, interrupted, and even yelled at Joe Rogan.
I'm all in.
What's interesting is that the town is...
Wait, have you seen Starry Night in Bacon? Somebody did. Dig it up on the screen. Somebody did it in Bacon.
After taking it well the first few times, Joe became more and more frustrated each time he was interrupted.
So specifically, these things have to
Europeans
take place
didn't come to Hawaii and find
out of the mountain. I think the real problem too is
if you value mountain climbing and you want to keep doing it, then you solve the problem. And if the battery's all at the bottom of the car, and go like NASCAR, you run in, pop it up.
I understand.
Okay, so that is how I feel. And that's how I think about my interaction with this world. I like the randomness.
After a while, Joe realized that he should just keep talking even when he's interrupted, which made for some pretty funny moments.
Porsche has a new electric vehicle that they're about to release, and it's got revolutionary, groundbreaking technology that allows it to charge much faster.
It's clear that Neil has an extreme passion for talking and is very socially unaware. So much so that the entire comment section is filled with comments like, roses are red, violets are blue. When Joe Rogan is speaking, Neil deGrasse Tyson is too. But the most cringeworthy moment happened when Joe Rogan decided to roast his guest for challenging him to a game of rock, paper, scissors.
Intuition. Can we play right now?
You want to play?
Yes.
Oh, but I only play for stakes.
Okay. What do you want to play for?
How about if I win, I do the programming on your show for a week?
No. That's worth a lot of money. You can fuck off.
After rejecting the offer for the game, Joe starts to humiliate Moxie by emphasizing just how valuable 1 week of programming his podcast really is.
You don't have anything. You don't have anything that's worth a week of programming on this show. You don't have it.
That's rough.
It doesn't exist.
That's rough.
No, it doesn't. It literally doesn't exist. Like there's there's nothing that you can have that you can offer me that I couldn't buy myself.
I'll make
no.
I think will be interesting.
No,
You'll enjoy talking with them.
You can't. No.
All right, fine. Okay.
But that doesn't do anything for me. That does something for you.
Of
that
course,
does zero
of course.
for
You
me.
would have, if you win, you would name your stake.
I don't have a stake.
Okay.
There's nothing I want from you.
All right, well,
what you ask from me is a
then we can't
crazy
play the
thing.
game.
Yeah, we can't play rock, paper, scissors then, huh? Interesting.